List the price. List the price. I get this question. Should you list your price on your website if you sell high ticket? And yes, we're going to talk about it. Y'all tap in. Let's go. Okay. This one keeps coming up and I have to give a shout out to Ashley. I gotta, I might have to link her in the comments because we had a detailed conversation about this. And I'm just gonna talk to y'all. Can we talk for a minute, family? Okay. So when we first started talking about it, I came from a hiatus of about 6 years. And 6 years ago, high ticket, you did not list your prices because a high ticket price without context is dangerous because they don't really know what is this price for? Why are you charging me 10,000 or whatever the case is? So coming back, the landscape has changed. We are in a trust recession. But there's a very valid point, and I've always felt this way. And actually, even 6 years ago, we were listing prices and it was a debate back then, and it's even a debate now. So I'm going to give you my perspective, what I've shown my coaches when I've done high ticket sales for coaches. I'm going to tell you what we did, what was the logic and philosophy behind it as far as listing your prices, and just take it from there. And you can decide. Like, I'm going to give you both, and then I'm going to give you what I do and why I do it and why I believe it makes sense for you. So tap in, take notes, and let's get it. So I already told you need to list your price. I had a conversation with Ashley, and my logic was if it's a high ticket, you don't want to have a person look at that price without context or without speaking to you. That's still true to a certain degree. Let's explain the not listing your price first, and then I'll come back to my answer of why I think that you should. So the logic behind not listing your prices really comes from a very solid fact. If you throw a 5-figure offer in my face, or even a high 4-figure offer without context, then I'm highly likely to just walk away. Like, I don't have enough information to make that decision on my own, and that can be dangerous to your sales. Still valid argument. The challenge with that is that now we are more sensitive to, I want to know, I don't want to jump on a call with you. I want to know what your price is so I can decide if I want to talk to you at all. When we listed our price before, we made a decision. So when I say we, I was working for a 7-figure coach. We had a call. It was a 4-figure offer, and you can debate about what you consider high ticket and what's not high ticket. But it was a 4-figure offer. It's not something somebody would come up and make a quick decision about. And we listed it up front. Like, right after she did the webinar, they saw the price. Right after they booked a call with me, they saw it again, and I made sure they saw it. What I saw with that is that conversion was anywhere from 60 to 70%. If you know anything about high ticket sales or sales in general, if you're closing anywhere from 20 to 40%, you're a rock star. But by listing your prices, your conversion is much higher. The payoff is you're doing less calls, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to be on the phone with somebody who's not ready. I don't want to go through those numbers. Come to the phone call ready because you already know the price was what we were banking on, and it paid off. This was a multi-million-dollar business. We sold like hotcakes. It was always an easy sale because the price, which was going to be the biggest sticking point anyway, was already decided before they ever got on the call. When they got on the call with me, it was just logistics. We're just talking about what the program does, answering any questions that they have. Boom, decision done. That's what we did 6 years ago. And even now, if you go online, just search some of the comments that people are having on threads and other places. They do not want to jump on a call. There's a caveat to that because people also want to jump on a call at a certain price point, but a lot of people are expressing an interest in knowing that price point up front. The same thing that we did then, I am also doing now, is listing that price point to filter people who are not serious enough to go ahead and book the call. Because the right person, now I'm not saying that you won't have people that'll come and look at it and be like, oh no, that's too much. But the right person will look at that and they have enough pain in their situation of like, that's not a problem for me. When I hired my first $5,000 coach, and I don't care what anybody says, $5,000 is still a lot of money even today. Don't come for me saying that's not a lot of money. It's a lot of money, okay? When I hired my first $5,000 coach, I did not have to think about it because I had a very specific pain and I wanted to stop that pain. The person, I'll never forget it, her name was Letitia. She offered a webinar that made it fast for me to make sales. We did a webinar and we were able to close at the end of that sale. And I remember calling my friend and I said, this is it. We're going to do it. And we both came up with $5,000 together. We came up with $5,000 a piece and we did the program. And I'll tell you, I made that $5,000 back within like 30 days. So she listed her price and it was a no-brainer for me because I was in enough pain. And people who are fit for what you do, the price won't deter them. Save yourself the headache and time. Get people on that are already qualified by price. Now, I do want to say that most of the people that I'm working with are not selling 5-figure offers. My range are going to be your mid-offer coaches, anywhere from a low 500 to about 5,000. And for that particular range, your price works beautifully. Listed up front, people get on the call, they're ready to go, they're ready to buy. Alex Hormozi, I was watching one of his videos and he actually made another very good point. He made a point, and I 100% agree with it. He made a point that if you have somebody that comes to your site and they see your high ticket offer, your price, even if you never have an intention of them buying that high ticket offer, what it does is it anchors your lower ticket offers and your mid ticket offers. So for example, if I go to your site and I see that to work with you one-on-one, it's going to cost me $8,000. Then I see a mid-tier offer where I can work with you in a group for $997. Well, I'm thinking like, I would love to work for him one-on-one, but I don't know if I can afford that. So let me go ahead and get in this group so I can get this coaching. Now, that particular coach, that coach may not have ever had any intention on selling that $10,000 offer. But what he did was he anchored it to like, okay, you're getting a deal to work with me at $997 because to work with me one-on-one, you're gonna have to pay this $10,000. Okay. So another very valuable point when it comes to listing that price is that you can anchor lower and mid ticket offers. The final verdict on this, stop making people guess. List your price, put it out there, let people get on the call with that already out of the way. They know they have the money to pay you. They're ready to get started, and you will have to work less. You won't have to do a whole lot of convincing. They're ready to go. They're ready to start working with you. So do yourself a favor and list the price. That's my verdict. I'm sticking to it. Anyway, love y'all. See y'all next time. Peace.